Hey everybody, Chris the Copper, welcome back. Thanks for watching and definitely thank you for all your support, especially during these last couple of days as my family and I try to process Shadow's passing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I first want to apologize. I get it. I am not my usual chipper self. It's just really hard. Why would I be doing this video right now? To be honest, I just need to do some normal stuff, and content creation was definitely a part of my life. But content creation with Shadow will just never be the same. All right. So I got an idea to do this tactical tutorial series based upon some comments that I had received when I first looked at Ready or Not. When Ready or Not first, I guess was finally released, everybody was like wanting to watch videos. And actually, my Ready or Not tutorial video was my most viewed video to date. I think it's at 92,000 views, which is like blows away anything else that I have done. Now, I called it a tutorial not because I was giving you guys, lessons and tactics. It was more of a tutorial because that's how most games start off with that first level that teaches you about gameplay, the controls, and what you can and cannot do. So in this, I was taking a look at what the, command post or headquarters allows you to do, and you can see that you have the shoot house, you have the various different things where you could try out the different equipment, and I called it that. But then some comments just got me thinking, like, wow, you know what? And especially too, now that the team that I'm a part of, between Only Cops, Josh and Bill, Sternal Jet, SWAT Theory, and Mike from North Carolina, whole other story, is we're using our training and real life tactics to play tactical games. Well, we do have to alter some of our tactics because it still is gameplay and it can't take into account some of the things that we do and don't do. We try to play as realistic most of the time. So with that, there's different things that we have talked about, like the fatal funnel, pine, and all this stuff. So I wanted to start with those two topics, just do a quick short video and teach you what we're talking about to allow you to take some of what I'm showing you and put it into your gameplay to see if you can, have more successful missions and play a little bit better. So that's what it's all about. And we'll talk more about that as time goes on. All right, little business stuff. Hey everybody, I am Chris the Cop. I'm a real police officer, not retired, not ex, playing video games and talking everything nerd. If you like this content as well as other content on this channel, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon for instant notification, because you just never know when I'm going to come home at 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning and begin live streaming. Speaking of live streaming, we live stream every Tuesday. I'm not going to actually throw the time out there. It's supposed to be 3:30 p.m., but we might be altering that to a 5:30 p.m. But for now, we'll just say 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm co-oping tactical games with a good group of guys, which I just mentioned about. Every other Saturday, we have what we call Coffee with the Cop, where you get to join those same group of guys where we talk about life on the beat, cop stuff, and it really does get real. So you're definitely going to want to hit your alarms for that, set your alarms for that, because that's at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every other Saturday. Now, also don't forget that this channel has its own webpage provided by YouTube, which allows you to take a look at all the content. There's like 400 plus videos of just various different games that I have played. So some of you have asked me to play a game, and the game you're asking me to play, I've already played it. So it is definitely there. If you want to see my gameplay of Valley Noir, Sleeping Dogs, GTA 5, all those different, ground branch, door kickers, the list goes on. It's all there. A lot of information down below. Don't forget, we finally have channel memberships. All you got to do is click that join button and see if there's a tier that you'd like to support this channel. The higher the tier, the more personal access that you get to me. And don't forget, we also have a merch store, and we're going to be doing a little bit something different with the passing of Shadow, as I'm going to have an exclusive Shadow t-shirt to raise money to help some dog charity that we'll see. We'll see where that goes, but that'll be announced later on. All right, let's get to a little tutorial, a real tactical tutorial, and let me know what you think with the comments down below. And thanks again, everybody, for the support. Okay, so there is a video, and it's one of my first videos of Ready or Not. That is, it's called a tutorial, and I actually go through the headquarters and kind of show everybody what's going on inside of there. Now, I would tell you to head on over to that video and take a look at it, but and to kind of get an idea. Now, a lot has changed since I did that video, and I will be doing an updated video on this, but this is more of a tutorial. So what we're going to do is, despite the weapon that you use, we're going to be talking about the Fatal Funnel and Pine Corners. And so we're going to go down to our shoot house. Just want to make sure I have a flashlight, and we're going to go into the actual shoot house so we can talk about that. Now, if you look at this, this is the Fatal Funnel. Standing right here in a doorway is the Fatal Funnel. Now we're going to go inside the actual shoot house so we could do some shooting. And we'll, in another video, we'll be talking about button hooks, crisscross. We'll talk basically about room entries and why various different things work and not work. So I'm just going to get us into here first. A little door lock thing. Okay. Oops. All right, now let's go over here because there is a Fatal Funnel. I think there is one here that, oh my gosh, all their doors are locked. All right. I was kind of looking for a straightaway doorway to do this. We'll also be talking about kicking the doors. See? Interesting. So, Fatal Funnel. If Fatal Funnel, there's quite a few reasons why it's called a Fatal Funnel. And because it's fatal, okay? I mean, there's no other way around it. So if you stand here, let's think about this. You're the first person here, and you have what we call a stick. A stick is all the other officers behind you. If someone starts shooting at you at this point, you have nowhere to go because you have a stick behind you. You have officers behind you. So you can't just simply back up and hit this corner because there's going to be people there. You have nowhere to go. And if people have watched my SWAT 4 gameplay, as well as my Ready or Not gameplay, and other gameplay of other people playing Ready or Not or other tactical games, you might hear them say, you know, the Fatal Funnel. I think, in matter of fact, Gameology, they had the FBI guy talking about, you know, tactical games, and he even mentions the Fatal Funnel. But this is what the Fatal Funnel is. It's a Fatal Funnel because you have nowhere to go if something happens. A suspect engages you, you basically now have to engage them. And unfortunately, this is where many officers get killed in real life. And tactically, it happens in the games as well. Because you have nowhere to go. Look at that. I can't. If I'm in this doorway, I can't go left. I can't go right. That's it. I can't go back because you got to assume that there's officers behind you. So that's the Fatal Funnel. That's what we call it. There might be other tacticians that might give you a little bit better definition, but that's just my short definition to tell you why. So that's why we always want to be standing to the side of a room before we make entry, especially in this game. This game's AI is like spot on. One shot, you're done. And you can't afford that. So this is why we're there. Once we're ready to enter a room, then we will do so. Now, this is actually a good spot to talk about pieing. There's a few theories about pieing, and what I want you to think about pieing is like when you cut a pie and you eat it. We cut it in little sections, right? And it eventually goes around till it's eventually gone. That's what you want to think about pieing as about. So in this scenario, if a team comes up here, and we're talking about now Ready or Not, I could pie close or I could pie far. It all depends on your scenario. So we're going to pie close and we're going to show. So pieing. All right, now here's the thing too. Now I know military guys, they do it a little bit differently. I don't know so much about pieing differently, but as far as low ready and ready, okay, low ready, I have my gun down here, and basically I'm able to scan my horizon, and I'm also able to see everything that is up and down. When you're like this, looking through your sights, you can't see below you. So that's a lot of times actually all the time, we are in the low ready as law enforcement. We got to be able to see everything. I know military, probably a much different. I will defer to Shiftfire for that, and I'm hoping to be doing some content creation with them as we're talking right now. We actually have done content creation for Gameology, but with that, I would love to hear their version of low ready and the reasons why they use it or don't use it. But for us, down here. So we're in the low ready. Okay, that's ready. Ready. I mean, low ready is a lot different when it comes to this stuff. So, now I'm going to pie. Okay, I'm just taking quick sections. Peek. Okay, peek. I got a doorway, closed doorway. Okay, now this is doing it from this angle here. Peek. A little too fast. Okay, but I'm just getting that scanning of the room. And I'm trying to make myself go to the other side. Little peek. Uh-oh, I might have a suspect. Okay, peek. Suspect, down, down, down. See? Peek. So I could get all the way here. And now I could see that deep corner. So then I could tell my team what we have. So we have that closed door in front of us, and then we could develop we already have a plan to deal with this situation, and then we go into it, and that'll be another tutorial. Now, that's close, what I call close pieing. There are some people, and it all depends on your scenario, if you have the room, instead of being up here and pieing, you're back here at pieing. The further back gives you more of an advantage because, well, it gives you less coverage, but it gives you a more advantage to get the room seen, get more of the room. So we start back here. So I'm going back. Just taking my time. Now, I'm going to show you the example. Now, I'm not going to be able to do it right there. But if this was here, he's looking far back. I'm already picking up a shoulder. And that's the advantage right there, is that you pick up the suspect a lot sooner. Not so much, and then not giving your away. Oops. The only problem is that this is right here. I don't know if we could go into another room and take a look at that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, they have every room locked. So I'm trying to see here if I have an area where I could utilize. Well, I guess we could utilize this area. So if I was right here, okay, I could pie this now. I don't have to get up there. See, so, okay, that was my bad. So I should have. I wasn't in thinking shooting wise, but let me give you a reason why. So here I'm pieing. All right, let's tilt a little bit. Going further away. Oh, suspect. Suspect, get down, get down, get down. Decides to go for it. Boom, boom, boom. I come back. So, this is what happens, is that, see, I don't have to be up here. If you think about it, now, if I peek right here, this gives me the advantage, especially that we're using a rifle, be back here and take that. And then once we make it all the way across, see, now we have a broad. So that's a nice part about it, is that doing it further back, we get more of a broad perspective, and sometimes you could pick up targets sooner. And then we can eventually come over here and we can get closer. And then do it again all the way across. Pi. We look good. Okay, let's go in. Boom. Check behind the door. Crisscross. All right, here we go. Of course, I would have some other operators with me. Come across. Say our door's only partially open. Suspect. 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 Down. 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 Go time. And you can even done this further back. This is one of the great ones for further back. Pine. Pine. Shooting is a little off. But, so this is the difference. Coming right here. That's all it is. So you're just taking the doorway in chunks. Just think about that in chunks. And especially with this game, man, the AI is like, any of you play it, you know what I'm talking about. That's just my interpretation of Pine, both close and far. Both have their advantages and their disadvantages. You just got to find what works for you. If you watch our gameplay, oftentimes you could see us Pine very closely sometimes. We'll Pi, peek, boop. Okay, take a little bit more step, peek, boop. Okay, another step, peek, boop. Okay, and then we keep going. Get to the other side. Okay, and there we are. And then once again, I'll just show you the back view of this. Okay, we can enter the room from this doorway here, imaginary doorway. Okay, peek. Oh, no. Okay, peek. Peek. Got a window. Peek. Ooh, might have a bad guy. Peek. Peek. I definitely have a bad guy. Down, 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 down. Boom, boom, boom. Keep going. Peek. Keep going. Peek. We don't really do it. I mean, your speed is kind of like this, okay? You don't want to be in the fatal funnel. This is still the fatal funnel right here, standing in front of a dang doorway. So you don't always have to be on the front of it as well. You don't always have to be right here. You could be back here. You do not want to be standing in front of doorways. So you want to get out of there fast. So there you go. See, that's Pine right there. Pine, Pine, Pine. This is Pine right here. That's how it looks. I was just slowing it down to kind of give you guys that look of how it looks. All right, that's it. So that is the reason that we don't stand in the fatal funnel, the doorway, and subsequently, also, this is how we pie rooms, both close and far. So let me know what your comments down below. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. I think I'm going to be talking about weapon selection, what is real in the game, and what is not real, and kind of just leave it at that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining me on this short tutorial of Ready or Not, Fatal Funnel, and Pine the Doorway. All right, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris the Copper reminding all of you that we can make the world a better place by just helping one person at a time, and that could be with a simple smile. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris the Copper reminding all of you, peace. And thanks again for all the well wishes and condolences.